All right, Pops.
Yeah.
Consumer Reports, they put out the list
Yes.
of the 2022 best automotive brands, OEM brands, the best automobile brands that you should consider. I want to run them by you.
Okay.
How about before we do this, we're going to go through the list. We'll start maybe at the worst and go to the best. A little bit about the methodology. I know you've done a lot of research on this. How does Consumer Reports get the cars, test the cars? Let's spend just a minute there, and then we'll hop into who's the worst, who's best.
Most people, when they review cars, they get the cars lent to them by the manufacturers, unless you're like us and we have to actually go out and.
Yeah, whatever.
But that's besides the point. Consumer Reports actually goes out and buys the cars. They don't get any cars from any manufacturers lent to them. They go to a local dealership and they buy the vehicles that they're going to test. Mm-hmm. One of the things they do is they drive the cars and break them in for about 2,000 miles before they then do any testing on them. They have their own 300 and some acre test track.
Yeah, in Connecticut.
Connecticut. And they put the vehicles through the paces. They have a full-time staff that's all they do is test vehicles.
Must be big money in producing lists about who's the best and who's the worst.
Well, I don't know if it's big money, but I bet you there's money.
Yeah, there's got to be enough, or else you wouldn't have staff against it.
Yes.
All right, so there you go. A little bit on the methodology.
Yes.
But let's jump right into it. Last place.
Yes.
On the best and worst brands list for 2022.
Yes. Jeep, hard to imagine because it has such a devoted following, a cult-like following. But Jeep ranks as, well, the worst brand offered in America at this present time.
One component of this research that they do is they actually do surveys to their audience, to Jeep owners that are Consumer Reports members, which, to your point, devout audience, cult-like following.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's a component of how they rank these manufacturers, and still in last place.
Yes.
It says something about Jeep.
Yes. Well, and a lot of what it is based on reliability, and reliability is based on history.
Yeah.
And so what that would indicate is that Jeep's reliability history over the long term has not been all that good. But the good news is for Jeep is there's nowhere to go but up.
Let's do the bottom 5, and then we'll do the top 10. So right before Jeep would be GMC, second to last. Then you've got Mitsubishi, Land Rover, and Alfa Romeo.
Yes.
Not too surprised by most of the names there.
Well, I will say this. I am surprised that
Mitsubishi or GMC?
Well, no, GMC. Because that's supposed to be the professional grade of trucks that General Motors produces.
But Land Rover is supposed to be the professional grade of looking bougie in an SUV.
But Land Rover. I mean, there was an old saying at our Land Rover store.
Can I guess it?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you want to daily drive a Land Rover, you need 2 of them?
Exactly.
Yeah.
2 or 3 times a year at our Land Rover dealership in Arizona when I was out there. They would plan these Land Rover trips, and they would actually go off-road, and I kept thinking to myself, this is dangerous, because when they break down off-road, it's not going to be easy to get them back.
You're right. You're right.
Land Rover has never had a history of being a high-quality, high-reliable vehicle.
I would say it is high quality.
High quality,
just
not reliable.
Yeah. All right, and Alfa Romeo, not too much of a surprise there as well. And going out to number 6 and 7, you got Jaguar and Lincoln, also not surprising. Now let's hop to the top 10.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
So we've got, I think, at number 9, it was Toyota. Number 10 was Infiniti.
Yes.
Then you've got Mini.
Yeah.
Porsche.
Yeah.
Audi.
Yeah.
And then your top 5 would be Lexus, Honda, BMW, Mazda, and Subaru.
Yes.
So any surprises there in the top 10? I got 2.
Well, yeah, honestly, I'm surprised Mini's as high as it is.
Actually, I've got like 4 now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that BMW is as high as it is.
And I'm surprised that Toyota is as low as they are.
Is as low as it is.
And I'm surprised Infiniti is honestly as high as they are.
Well, the Asian brands tend to rank higher than your European brands.
Yeah, I hear you.
So that the reputation for the Asian brands has always been better than for your domestic and your European brands. So that doesn't necessarily surprise me. But a brand like BMW, as long as it's under warranty, fine brand. Once it's out of warranty, then they become extremely expensive to maintain.
Yeah.
They tend to need maintenance more regularly than some other vehicles. So, yeah, BMW being number 3 surprises me.
Mazda number 2, not a surprise.
Was number 1 last year.
Exactly. Mazda is a very well-respected brand, cost-effective,
Yes.
cheap to maintain, great warranty from the factory, the whole 9 yards. Good brand.
Yes.
Subaru.
Yes.
Another one with a cult-like following. The issue Subaru has right now is they just can't produce enough cars.
Yes, they have not figured out a way to mitigate the issues they're having with the microchip shortage.
We tweeted it out the other day. It was in 2018, February of 2018.
They had
Subaru
94,000 vehicles in inventory,
which was about 150 per dealership that they have. And now they've got 8,400 vehicles in inventory, which is 13 new cars per dealership. So Subaru is really struggling to keep up with that demand.
Yes.
Not too much of a surprise that they're number 1, though.
No, it's a popular brand. It is a cost-efficient brand. They start relatively inexpensive, and even their most expensive vehicles are still relatively inexpensive when compared to comparable vehicles in the market.
And one thing that Subaru doesn't do that I actually think is a good thing in this type of ranking, they're not like Tesla or like BMW's up there, but like they're not really advanced on the like self-driving stuff. They're like, cool, we've got the eyesight thing, we've got blind spot, but like I don't want to say they're a driver's car, but they're just like a very functional car, and they're not trying to do any gimmicks, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
They're not so much into the autonomous driving as they are into just aiding the driver who's
from A to B,
yeah.
Yeah, and they're not like big in the EV space, which is fine.
Yeah.
They got this whole Terra coming out soon, but like they're just like a steady as you go type brand, and
a steady Eddie.
And honestly, we were at the Washington Auto Show, I guess, like a month or so now. The new ones are really nice.
Yes,
they're really, really nice.
Yeah, no,
they're not like Land Rover nice, but like they're nice. Anyway, there's your top 10. There's your bottom 5. We'll do this video again next year. I think we did this video last year. People just
we're gonna keep doing this video.
Consumer Reports.
Yeah, we're gonna keep doing this video every year because every year Consumer Reports comes out with the list. Whether you like the list or you dislike the list, it's the list. And we thought, well, perhaps we should share it with you.